understand and participate in change management processes. Welcome to this lesson on understanding and participating in change management processes. Change management ensures that modifications to IT systems, applications, and security controls are implemented in a controlled and secure manner. Without a structured approach, unauthorized changes can introduce vulnerabilities, disrupt operations, and increase cybersecurity risks. In this lesson, we will explore the importance of change management, key change control processes, and best practices for securing IT changes. Let's get started. Change management is a structured process that ensures modifications to IT systems are properly evaluated, tested, and documented before implementation. Think of change management like air traffic control. Just as air traffic controllers carefully coordinate airplane departures and landings to prevent collisions, IT teams must carefully manage changes to prevent system failures, security risks, and service disruptions. For example, if an organization updates its firewall rules without proper testing, it could accidentally block critical business applications, causing downtime and security gaps. Establish a formal change management process to prevent unauthorized modifications. Ensure all IT changes are reviewed, tested, and approved before deployment. Maintain detailed documentation of all system changes for auditing purposes. A well-defined change management process ensures that IT updates and modifications follow a structured workflow. First, request. Employees or IT staff submit a formal change request outlining the proposed modification. Second, review. The change request is reviewed by a change advisory board, CHIB, or IT security team to assess risks and business impact. Third, testing. The change is tested in a controlled environment to identify potential issues before deployment. Fourth, approval. After successful testing, authorized personnel approve the change for production deployment. Fifth, implementation. The change is deployed according to a scheduled timeline, ensuring minimal disruption. Sixth, post-change review. After deployment, security teams analyze logs and performance metrics to verify that the change was successful and did not introduce new vulnerabilities. For example, before upgrading a database system, IT teams would submit a change request, conduct compatibility testing, obtain approvals, and schedule deployment outside peak business hours to avoid disruptions. Use a structured workflow to manage IT changes from request to approval. Conduct security and performance testing before deploying changes. Review post-change logs and metrics to ensure system stability. The Change Advisory Board B is responsible for reviewing and approving IT changes to ensure they align with security policies and business objectives. First, CHIB assesses the security and operational impact of proposed changes before approval. Second, CHIB ensures that all necessary testing and documentation have been completed before deployment. Third, CHIB IT security and business teams to schedule changes during non-disruptive timeframes. For example, if a company plans to upgrade its email security system, CHIB would review the proposed changes, ensure testing is completed, and approve the upgrade for deployment during off hours. Establish a change advisory board to oversee IT modifications. Ensure security reviews are conducted before approving changes. Schedule major IT changes during maintenance windows to minimize disruptions. Some IT changes, such as security patches for zero-day vulnerabilities, require immediate implementation outside the standard approval process. First, organizations define emergency change policies that allow critical fixes to bypass the normal approval timeline. Second, security teams fast-track testing and deployment to address urgent threats without compromising system stability. Third, post-change analysis is conducted after implementation to verify that the emergency fix did not introduce new security issues. For example, if a zero-day exploit is actively being used in cyber attacks, an organization may deploy a security patch immediately, then review the impact and document the emergency change afterward. Establish emergency change policies for high-risk security fixes. Ensure rapid but controlled deployment of emergency patches. Conduct post-change validation to confirm the fix was successful. Maintaining accurate documentation of IT changes is essential for security audits, compliance reporting, and forensic investigations. First, all change requests, approvals, and testing results are recorded in a centralized change management system. Second, security teams maintain version control to track configuration changes and rollback options. Third, compliance audits verify that IT changes follow industry regulations such as ISO 27001, HIPAA, and PCI DSS. For example, a financial institution undergoing an audit must provide records of all firewall rule changes, including approval dates and implementation logs. Document all IT changes, approvals, and test results. Use version control to track configuration changes. Ensure compliance with security audit requirements. Without a structured change management process, IT modifications can introduce vulnerabilities, operational disruptions, and compliance failures. First, unauthorized changes can lead to security breaches and data loss. Second, inadequate testing may cause critical system failures and business disruptions. Third, lack of documentation makes it difficult to track changes and troubleshoot security incidents. For example, if a system administrator makes undocumented changes to access controls, unauthorized users may gain access to sensitive data without detection. Prevent unauthorized changes by enforcing strict approval workflows. Ensure thorough testing to prevent system failures. Maintain detailed documentation for auditing and compliance. Now, let's summarize what we've learned about understanding and participating in change management processes. Change management ensures that IT modifications follow a structured and secure workflow. The Change Advisory Board evaluates risks before approving IT changes. Emergency change management allows for rapid deployment of critical security fixes. Maintaining accurate change documentation supports compliance and audits. Poor change management can introduce security vulnerabilities and operational risks. By following these best practices, organizations can maintain secure and stable IT environments while minimizing risks associated with unauthorized or improperly implemented changes. This concludes our module on understanding and participating in change management processes. Up next, implementing recovery strategies. Stay secure.